mediums involved the eminent scientist Sir William Crookes, the man who had seen the faces of spirits appear in the dark mirror during rituals at the Golden Dawn, and who had first demonstrated publicly that images could be created electronically using the cathode ray tube. In France, a huge modern spiritualist movement began in the 19th century with the birth of Léon Denisard Réveil, who was born in Lyon in 1804. Réveil was at first skeptical of the reports of French explorers who had witnessed shamans in Siberia and Canada drumming up the spirits of their ancestors. In 1855, a friend invited Réveil to a séance where spirits made themselves manifest in front of the sitters. The table also levitated and turned. Réveil underwent an evangelical conversion to spiritualism. Réveil was instructed by the spirits to change his name. He became known as Allan Kardec. His experiences and conversations were written down in a book called The Book of Spirits. Allan Kardec claimed that there were two independent worlds, one visible and the other invisible. Kardec said that the spiritual life force is formed of quintessential matter, which is united to the physical body by a so-called astral body. Kardec taught reincarnation as a matter of fact. He told all his followers that there is no death. In fact, according to Allan Kardec, there are no dead people. Everyone who has died discovers the reality of the spirit world. Allan Kardec also taught the law of karma as a matter of fact. That is, if you lead your life doing bad things, being lazy or self-centered, or leading an indulgent, non-spiritual life, then your spirit will suffer the consequences after the death of your physical body. Allan Kardec also taught that just before the time of the death of the physical body, each person is replayed a movie of all the things that they have seen and done in their previous life. Well, to be absolutely honest, I don't think it's a very rare thing to be walking around with these mojos inside us. I see, you know, most people at one time or another, you know, acting outside their personality. And the thing about a mojo is that it's desperate to re-experience the physical body. I mean, mojos want to cling on to the physical plane, and the reason they want to stay here is because they want to experience strong emotions, they want to experience sex, They want to experience any kind of strong emotion to give them, if you like, some kind of sustenance and some kind of form of entertainment. There is nothing else for them to do. Most of us are of a good disposition, and it's very difficult for these things to actually get a grip on us. However, there is an interesting photograph from Australia of these two childlike hands gripping onto a man while he's getting drunk. He's having a good old drink. And alcohol, many psychics have told me, is one of these drugs which really, really oils the wheels, if you like, and allows people to drop down into their lower self, and they find themselves, you know, pub crawling in these dirty old watering holes, bad bars and this kind of thing. And in cities there's an infestation of these lost souls, and it's when somebody is inebriated that you can often get a really bad situation where not only one, but maybe two, maybe three of these mojos have dropped their way into the person's chakra system, whatever you want to call it. What unfolds then is sometimes a pretty serious story. It can get to the point where we have multiple personalities within one person, and you can have a situation where the mojos are competing for, you know, the person's waking hours, and the mojos can speak directly to that person, and people can, you know, start to think that they're going mad. If we then look at very extreme cases where a mojo has maybe been resident in somebody for, you know, 20 or 30 years, that mojo takes the path of least resistance in terms of its manipulation of physical matter. Ideally, that mojo wants its own body again. It's a lost spirit. It did have a body at one time, and its main goal is it wants to have another body. And what can happen is that small organisms in the body, and the smallest organisms that we find in the human body are viruses and bacteria. You can have a situation where these bacterial cells in the gut are manipulated, and shamans in South America who do what is known as psychic surgery claim to be able to cut out of people's abdomens these worm-like structures, and these are objects that have been sort of knitted or woven together using bile, detritus, bacteria and plaque in the digestive system. These shaman doctors, they say that these worm-like structures, which have been photographed on a few occasions, are the result of the mojo working inside somebody's body to try and create a physical body for the mojo to live in.